there's been a sharp increase in the number of people executed in 2011. It's hard to get a very exact figure, but it looks like the total number of people executed last year was somewhere between 70 and 80. That's considerably more than in 2010 when it was around 27 people. We have a list of related concerns. Firstly, the quality of the trials under which these people have been convicted.
What kind of offences are punishable by death in Saudi Arabia?
It's quite a range of offences. Murder, and under international law, the death penalty is permissible for murder, although the general thrust of international community is to abolish the death penalty altogether for all crimes. But it's also given for drug offences, rape or adultery, even crimes which aren't even recognized as crimes at all or even exist in other countries, such as witchcraft and sorcery.
The UN Human Rights Office is also concerned about how, in some of these cases, confessions are obtained.
There are reports that often confessions are obtained, and they're obtained after use of torture. The International Convention on Torture is a very strong convention. It's very clear. Torture is not permissible in any circumstances whatsoever. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has signed up to that convention, the Convention Against Torture.
There is also this issue of what is called cross-amputation.
Well, in Saudi Arabia, there are two sorts of amputation. They're related to theft, so you have amputation of one limb for most forms of theft. But they use this cross-amputation, which is cutting off the right hand and the left foot. And that's used in cases of what they call highway robbery. 6 men were convicted of charges of highway robbery just recently and sentenced to cross-amputation. We believe this is very clearly cruel, inhuman, degrading treatment, and that is also outlawed under the Convention Against Torture. One other concern we have is these sentences tend to affect migrant workers in particular more than Saudi citizens. Of course, they're particularly vulnerable.
Why are the migrant workers particularly vulnerable to these sentences?
They don't have, really much of support networks. Saudi citizens would have families who would hire lawyers, and they would have more support.
Has the UN Human Rights Office contacted Saudi authorities to express these concerns?
We don't normally recount conversations unless